This is The Search. This game is sort of a adventure puzzle game. That's about all I know about the game. So yeah, let's get into a new game. There's nothing more vast than a blank canvas. It is a place before the birth of an idea, poured out from infinity. It is within the canvas that a search takes place. For direction. For meaning. For identity. When was the last time you looked into infinity? Info. Cursor to hover and click it on areas to navigate through the world. Oh, so it's like a point and click thing. Okay. Click on the menu button to save your progress, load another save, adjust sound, or exit the journey.
What is this strange place? I don't remember how I got here. Some parts of this world are without color, and some parts are visible. But the rest of it is like a void.
Like my soul.
I can almost detect there's more here. I can't see it, but I can feel it. Almost like I don't have the capacity to see. Just yet.
I'm sure we'll find out. Okay, pages will be added to your journal as you progress. Okay. Okay, that's just exactly what she said, so... That is our inventory. Oh, okay. Okay, there's nothing here.
Follow the clues I've left for you. They will lead to the key that will take you out of the wasteland. I speak through words as well as symbols. Through words, you will understand with your mind. Through symbols, you understand with your heart. The invisible.
Okay, thank you, invisible, I guess. Okay, let's move on forward. Okay, what is this? Looks like a lighter? Yes, a lighter. Okay, thank you for that. Items you pick up will be added to your inventory. Items can be used on objects in the world to open new passages. Some items can be combined and, yeah, basic point and click stuff. Okay, what about this over here? Okay, this is a camera. Yeah, it is. Okay, thank you. And what about this over here? Pick up this first. Ticket with the word listen. Oh, okay. We just need a ticket for that. I was gonna say, why do we need to listen to that hole? Yeah, we just need to put the ticket into there. Okay, good. Don't have to do any listening. Any clues? No, we're good for now. You can toggle clues on and off under settings or in the main menu. Oh, okay.
I'm in a different world now. In this one I can see everything. It feels different. The colors are so vivid.
Yeah, this really is a nice little place. Okay. There's nothing here to click on. Yeah, this game does look really pretty. Okay, there is a locked door up here. Okay, it's locked. Find a way through. Yeah, I do see that there is a rebirth thing there. Okay, what have we got over here? Nothing. Okay, let's continue forward. Ooh, what's this? Capture concept, refine concept, and create reality. Okay, we already got the first two, we just don't have the paintbrush. out to lunch apparently. I really like the background noise. Very peaceful. Okay, it seems like they're all out for lunch, I guess. Oh, this is missing a doorknob. There's a barrel here. Okay, canvas wrapped with blue string. Okay. Probably need that to create a masterpiece, I guess. Oh, there's a bird cage, but it's empty. Oh, hold on. Apparently we can put... Okay, card with a picture of an open cage.
Birds symbolize the soul across many belief systems. Carl Jung once said, "What use now is his lofty perch and his wide horizon, when his own dear soul is languishing in prison?"
Oops, I didn't mean to accidentally skip over that. I think this is how I've been feeling. Trapped. Okay. Oh, wait, I can go through here. Okay, okay, we need paintbrush, tree, is that like a cup or something? Down arrow, canvas, and barrel. Oh, okay, hold on. I think that's where all the things are, because we got the canvas on the barrel, so there's down arrow and blue chair that we need to look out for. Oh, there's the arrow right there. And we got this. Yay. Okay, so let's paint
When there
apparently.
are influences that keep you from hearing your true voice, that is the wasteland.
Okay, thanks for that again.
There's a reference in these notes to the wasteland. I remember reading a lecture where Joseph Campbell spoke about the wasteland as a theme in mythology. It was a place where people believed in things they did not really believe, and did things that were against their true nature. Could this be what the notes refer to?
I feel like you'd make a great English teacher. Oh, hold on. We can search here. There's the blue chair. Okay. And there's our paintbrush. Okay, now, where do we put all these?
Doors will open.
Ah, there we go. I was going to say, because I did see a small icon of the lighter on the photo. So now I've got blue ashes. So use that on that, no. Canvas. Camera. Lighter. No. Okay, where do I use the blue stuff then? Oh, okay, I can put the thing in there, I guess?
The process of making paint in this world seems to symbolize how ideas become reality. Ideas, or concepts, are captured through the camera, like how the mind captures ideas, and then is represented as a symbol on the picture card. Then the lighter is used to refine the idea, similar to how an idea must be transformed from its purely conceptual state into something that exists in the real world.
Still confusing though, but now that we got paint... Okay, what do we paint? Aha, there we go. Then we can use paint this and we can paint a wave 3. Okay, that makes a little bit more sense.
After painting on that canvas, the painting became real. It became part of the world I could step into. Painting in that passageway reminds me of an essay I once read about creating a new reality. At any moment, we can choose to be passive receivers of reality, or choose to create a reality of our own.
Okay, good to know. Okay, we can go to the station, but that is currently locked. There's also another note. Oh, and a ticket.
When was the last time you remained silent and still enough to hear the voice within? It will guide you to the key.
I mean, I thought it'd stay with me even when I'm not silent still, so... Yeah, kind of wrong on that one.
Finding these notes that refer to the voice within. If I were to draw from my studies reading Carl Jung, I would say this voice within refers to the soul, the heart, or the unconscious. Jung argued that the unconscious had a profound influence on the lives of individuals. Those who ignored their unconscious ran into frustrations and suffering.
Yep, that sounds like everybody in the world at the moment. Okay, so I think we're done here, so... I saw stuff on top of it. Don't tell me I fucked myself over. Okay, so we got some stuff there. Okay, so we got another paintbrush, another paint bucket, and another canvas. But the paint one is torn out, so we need to find that one on our own. Okay, we got one that says empty this time. Why can't we take the axe? I feel like we could maybe use it at some point. For maybe our own protection. Okay. Oh, we got listen over here. Oh, there's a note here.
Listen to the beat of your own drum. Every artist has their own cadence. Follow it. Every artist has their own cadence. Pretty much all of my creative efforts have been dictated by someone else. To have my own cadence, where would I even start? I've become so used to working with other people's ideas that I have a hard time coming up with my own. Like I just can't see them. To see with new eyes, that's such a tricky thing.
Yeah, definitely agree on that one. That just takes more steps. Okay, got under construction. Also have a paintbrush. Okay, we found that. Oh, we can't take a look outside. That's a pity. Oh, hold on. We can take the canvas though. And also the
Sometimes
note.
detours are necessary to move forward. Lately, my life feels like it's been going down the wrong path. It's difficult finding satisfaction with the art I'm making, and the workload is quite grueling too. It feels like I'm stuck on a treadmill that keeps going faster and faster, and it becomes harder to keep up. What if all this busyness is just a trap, distracting me from pursuing something better?
I mean, it could be. Oh, we can actually take it. Oh, there's a little love heart. That's cute. There's nothing else we can look at, so... I don't see another thing here, but it's out of order. Oh, there's another bird cage with a thing. Okay, thank you for that. Okay, we can go around here. Forest clouds. Find a way to get across. Okay. Okay, there's a thing here. Thinking we can use it at some point. Okay, so we had the ticket here, so I did talk about doing detours, so I guess we might need to go here first. Maybe. Okay, there we go. Oh, that's pretty. Also like the sound of the wind. I don't know if it's just me, but I always found the sound of wind comforting. Okay, so we got paintbrush, usual stuff. One tree is blocking the door. Find a way to get through. Okay. Oh, we got a paint and crowbar here. Okay, I think we need to get some color into it first. Okay, there's a ladder here. Ooh. Paint. Okay. We can't do anything with that just yet, I guess. Okay, let's go down, I guess. Okay, let's have a look here. Oh, we got another note.
Each world yields to the power of its own color. That note indicates what I've started to notice. Each world seems to have its own color theme in the items I pick up, and each world uses a different color of paint. Blue was the primary color for the alley cafe, red for that ornate house, and green for this foggy cliffside.
Actually, I didn't notice, so... Okay, so... we do need the camera, because we can take a photo of this. And then we can do this again. Yep, so... I don't know how that turned green. I guess it's because of the background. But yeah, now we can do this. But we need to find the paintbrush for this world, because I'm guessing, because the red. Green paint doesn't stick to this paintbrush. Check around for another paintbrush. Yeah, I had a feeling. Because that paintbrush is from the other world. Okay, this is all boarded up. Ah, there's our paintbrush. Oh, I just noticed that there's a map there. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm loving like all the little details that they got in this game. Very pretty. Okay, so now we can do this. If we can go forward. Yep, and then we need to do the canvas. Oh wait, no, because we haven't found the canvas for this one, because I forgot, because this one's the red one. Okay, never mind, we can't do that quite yet. Okay, that one's by the barrel. Ah, there we go. Now we can paint on that. Now we got a crowbar. Oh wait, hold on, we can use the crowbar to get into here, can't we? Aha! We can. And there's our canvas. There we go. Okay, I'm starting to get the hang of the mechanics of this game. Okay, up we go. Okay, yeah, it's closed. Well, the tree's fallen. Now we can do that, and then do our thing there. Okay, yay! Okay, this is very pretty. Oh, we got another note.
Chop down and clear away every tree which does not bear good fruit. Look past distractions and what is not essential, and your path will be revealed. The messages I'm getting from this world seem to be about clearing away obstacles in order to move forward and find a new path. I remember a story about a wise man who was pouring tea for an impatient man who had come to visit him because he wanted to know the meaning of life. The wise man kept pouring the tea, while the impatient man kept talking and asking questions, and the tea began to overflow in his cup. The impatient man protested, saying, "Stop, can't you see it's full?" And the wise man said, "Just so, like this cup, you are full of your own opinions and speculations. How can I teach you unless you first empty your cup?" I've always liked this story. To empty yourself so that you may be filled with something new.
Very interesting story. And a very good point too. Ooh, actually, can I? No, I can't take the axe still. God damn it. Just let me take the axe. I want it. Ooh, paint. Mine. Okay, we finally got the red stuff. Ooh, I hear ocean waves. Also, I like the sounds of oceans. Also, another thing that I find relaxing. Okay, there we go. Now we just need to convert that. Also, I've got to check the painting, or the photo of the last one, see what that one said.
Go where there is no path. For where there is a path, there is someone else's footsteps. Create your own path.
Okay, if we can click on it, there we go. We need to burn it. Put it in the thing. Then we do the red paintbrush. Now we do the canvas on here, or not. Okay. We only got the empty one, so we can't really go there just yet. Where do we put the canvas for that one? Oh, hold on. I see you. You're trying to be sneaky and shit. I see you there. Okay, back to here. Yeah, think you were sneaky and shit, hiding stuff from me. I would find her eventually. Okay, and we are back here again. Okay, let's do this. Okay, do that there, and then paintbrush. Here we go, now we can finally get through here. And we get a loading screen. Only for a couple of seconds, we didn't really need that. Okay, there's a couple of antique paintings there. Okay, that's really pretty, I like it. Ooh, that's a different painting. Oh, we can take a photo of it apparently.
Dying to old ways of thinking and being creates a path for new life out of the wasteland. The picture card speaks of dying to old ways to find new life. I'm reminded of something Joseph Campbell once said. Only birth can conquer death. Birth not of the old thing again, but of something new. Within the soul there must be recurrence of birth if we are to experience a rich life. I can't say that I've ever gone through a change so dramatic, but it feels like I'm getting close to something like this. Otherwise, why am I being shown all of this?
Yeah, I feel like if we weren't going through a big change, we wouldn't be here in the first place. Okay, oh, there's a little pretty flower there. Okay, another empty frame. Okay, another empty frame. Oh, what is this? Okay, it is a ticket, which is torn in half. Okay, we need to find the other half, I'm guessing. Okay, let's go on through here. Another pretty flower there. There's also a grandfather clock. Okay, there's a way that we can go around here. Get another
The more
note.
you listen, the easier it becomes to hear the voice within. But first, find the key.
There's always the key fetch quest.
The notes keep mentioning the key. Keys symbolize power, knowledge, and opportunities. New doors can be opened to opportunities that were once locked and reserved to whoever possessed the key. Janus, the Roman god of gates and wisdom, is sometimes portrayed carrying a key. He was the god of beginnings and ends who could grant new opportunities.
Okay, what else is around here? I did see... Oh, it's an elevator. Ah, there we go. We got the canvas. Okay, thank you for that, I guess. Okay, that just leads back around again. I didn't even realize that there was a hallway down that way. Okay. I do see that there is another doorway over here. Ooh, we could take another photo over here. Okay, card with a picture of the painting Paradise. Okay, I didn't get to talk about that one. Okay, never mind. A shame. Okay, there's a staircase leading up to another ticket machine, which is the one we need. Wait, I just noticed that there's a camera there. Hold on. Let's take a photo of this.
Dying to old ways of thinking and being. The picture cards. Where does your greatest passion meet the world's greatest need? This is your vocation and paradise. Vocation as paradise. I once read that the word vocation is rooted in the Latin word for voice. Then perhaps our vocation is not something we simply pursue, but is more of a calling that is heard. It is in listening, not pure willfulness, that our true path is discovered. But how to discern between that voice within and the voices of the wasteland that lead down a false path?
Honestly, I didn't hear what you said because I completely zoned out. Okay, hold on, let's go to the other one as well.
What you seek is closer than you think.
Good to know.
Mirrors symbolize a gateway to truth through inner contemplation and reflection, which allow us to see truths within ourselves. I saw a mirror in a museum once with the inscription, "Be clean and bright, and reflect what is in your heart." I think this points to knowing who you are, so that you can be who you are.
Yeah, could agree with that. Okay, don't seem to be anything else there. Ooh, there's a thing here. Got a needle. And what
Mend the
else?
split between yourself and the true artist. These notes keep mentioning something called the true artist. I wonder if this is similar to something Jung called the self, which is the unconscious part of ourselves where our true nature lies. In different times it went by other names. The Greeks called it the daemon, and the Romans called it the genius within each individual. Jung considered that everyone has a sense of wholeness from birth, but loses it early in life. The goal is to consciously rediscover the self. Otherwise, we eventually reach an impasse in one way or another. That must be what this is.
Must be. Okay, is there anything else? Nope. Okay, we do have a ticket here, but we don't have that yet. It's also the same symbol that we've been seeing a lot lately. Because here there's a lighter, and there's the book, and also this. Okay, time to burn everything. Okay, so whereabouts do we put all this stuff? Ah, there we go. Yeah, I forgot that we still had the paint with the red brush, so. Or the paintbrush with the red paint, I should say. Wait, we've got a paintbrush here, okay. Oh. If we can. There. Here we got another paintbrush. Okay, good to know. Just noticed that a lighter went away. I guess we don't need it anymore? There we go. Okay, so we put the canvas on there. And we... Ah, there we go, we do that. Okay, finally we got that. Because for whatever reason I thought we could like sew them together or whatever, but yeah. Okay, there we go, finally. Okay, here you go, here's the ticket that you want.
Now I'm in another world similar to the first, where there is this feeling of a void. But I'm getting the same sense that there may be more to this world that I cannot see just yet.
Yeah, there's a lot to this already. Okay, there's a sign there, staircase, and complete another void. Okay, there's only one way to go, which is up. Yeah, it's just absolute pitch blackness. I hope there wasn't any jump scares there, because I ain't checking. Okay, there is a note.
Let the art guide you where it wants to go. Listen.
Okay, I don't like that the music cut out there.
When working with other people's ideas, you don't need to let anything guide you. The plan is mapped out already. To let the art guide you where it wants to go sounds like intuition. I once read that intuition is letting the painting paint itself. That requires a lot of trust in something you can't quite predict or see.
Yeah, I'm definitely liking the music in this area. Quite nice. Okay, up we go, and more reading.
It is not in the arriving at a definite end or some fixed and finite point, but it's in the never-ending search that we discover who we are to be. The true artist is always in a state of becoming. The true artist is always in a state of becoming. This is a profound statement. It sounds like the constant need to reinvent oneself. It reminds me of a proverb I once heard. Running water never grows stale.
Okay, let's go back up again. Get another pedestal, more reading.
When tasting the fruit of our true essence, the direction of our lives are forever altered, and our souls cannot find peace and fulfillment until we realize our true purpose. To taste the fruit of our true essence sounds like seeing with new eyes. I've never experienced this, but I've heard it's like waking up to a new reality where everything looks and feels different. Jung called this the process of individuation, where the conscious and the unconscious are united in a person, and one is able to live out their true nature. The person becomes whole.
Okay, have we got more reading to do up here? Oh no, we got a paintbrush, and torn canvas, and a key. Okay, never mind, I didn't want the key, I guess.
Love and courage are at the root of a true creative act. It is not destructive, and is not influenced by any outside pressures, reward, or need to survive. But to create from the love that lies inside is where freedom and truth are found. Your key lies within.
It keeps on talking about that the key is within us and stuff.
Love and courage are at the root of a true creative act. In other words, if we create art simply because we love the act of creating, we are being true to ourselves. We are free from expectations of what comes after, and not dictated by any authority, personal obligations, or survival. And then we know we are on the right path. This idea can apply to everything we do, not just art.
I definitely agree with that. Yeah, what's the point in creating something if you're not doing it for yourself first and not having fun? Kind of boring. Okay, there's the paint jar. And you know, we can add all the colors. We'll say our light is back. And we recreated white paint. We don't have a paintbrush though. Oh, there's our paintbrush. So I don't know why we had the red paintbrush, but I think that might have been a glitch, because I don't think that was supposed to respawn. Oh wait, hold on, because we need to sew it back together first. There we go. Now we can paint on it. Okay, and now we are in this area.
Everyone must stand at the crossroads and decide if they will allow their eyes to be open to the truth of who they are to become, or be molded into a facade of a self created by the wasteland.
Okay, I guess we're just figuring this out. Very interesting music. Okay, we got fruit. Okay, we got canvas over here. Do we have another thing over here? Okay, we have a ticket. Okay, can we go through here, I guess? Okay. Oh, we're back here behind the doors here, because I did notice that they were locked before. Yeah, I guess we can finally go behind here. What is in here? Because I was wondering what was in here, or if we could go in here at all. Also noticed that there's like a lot of cages in here. I guess it's like symbolism for like being caged away and locking yourself away type of thing. Also there's a lot of TVs. Okay, let's sit and watch.
The TV is a modern symbol for an idea I once read about called sequestration. At times we voluntarily choose to sequester or isolate ourselves from our own true potential by passively accepting and consuming realities other people give us. If taken too far, this can lead us away from a truer reality we can create for ourselves, and cause us to do what is not in our true nature, as Joseph Campbell would say. The Wasteland logo on that TV points to this. This is a tricky symbol at times because consuming other realities can lead to new inspirations and better ideas than we could have come up with on our own.
Oh, okay, we got, a choice. Do you want to journey outside the wasteland? Yes. Oh, okay, this just leads us back here again. Oh, wait, I can eat the fruit? Sure. I have no idea what that says. Let's listen. Again. Oh, can you hear it? Sure. Okay, there we go. Need to listen.
Where before you used to be jagged, now you are elegant and in rhythm with yourself.
Okay, use the arrows to move forward and... Oh, wait, whoa. Okay, I was not expecting it to go into first person. Okay, this is very weird. I was not expecting this. Okay, this is very, very weird. Okay, we do have a note here.
The true artist lies within you. Go paint your masterpiece.
Okay, I guess we're leaving. Oh god, that's bright. Oh, and that's the end. Okay, I really enjoyed that game actually. A lot more than I thought I would. I definitely liked the music. That was probably the biggest thing I liked about this game. Also with the artwork and all the designs and stuff, they were pretty good. And yeah, also the voice acting. The voice actor who did the main character wasn't too bad. I actually quite liked it. Probably my biggest gripe about this game was so much talking. I think it's mostly because the reason that I didn't really like it is because there's so much information about like artwork and stuff, and just that type of stuff doesn't really interest me. So I sort of found it a little bit boring. But yeah, otherwise I did quite enjoy this game, and like well, it's like puzzles and stuff. Some of them were a bit confusing, but yeah, still. It's still a fun little game. So yeah, if you guys want to play this game for yourself and see if there was anything that I missed, yeah, you can find the link in the description below, and yeah, we'll be moving on to the next game. This is Pumpkin Eater. This is sort of a horror visual novel. That's pretty much all I know about this game, so let's start the game. Okay, graphic videos are enabled by default. Sensory go to preferences. This will not affect the narration. Great, thanks for that. Okay, that was, music was very sudden. Okay, nobody knew how it happened. Okay, that was not a human scream. A boy, barely reaching double digits in years, was laying dead in the driveway. Grey and red pulp was painted everywhere. Back the car up! Back the car up already! How did you get under there? Lying down to draw. Some freak force of nature. I tried, woman. Innocent life was taken too soon, and too violently. Was it the will of some cruel god? One ran to the body, intending to reattach fragments of jaw back onto the skull. One figure jumped out of the car and while the other was frozen in place outside. She had watched the full event unfold in front of her. Baby, speak to me, please. He's dead. No, he's not. Look, he's still moving. Don't you hear him crying? You've gone mad. And you've gone deaf. We need to save our son. There's still hope left. Drive him to the hospital. His brain's not all over the pavement. He has already left this world. No, he hasn't. Don't lie. Help me. But... Now, if you care about me and your children, you can't stay out here like this. Bring him inside before the neighbors come. We'll deal with this later. It's okay. You can hold me tighter, darling. You didn't mean it. He's still alive. Mummy, what's going on? Don't worry, it's just a little accident, but everything is going to be okay, I promise. We should replace his head quick. A gun. A pumpkin should be the best size. Perfect nuclear family torn apart. Lives would forever be changed. Peter Pumpkin Eater had a wife but couldn't keep her. He put her in a pumpkin shell and there he kept her very well. Well, that was a depressing start to the game. So, definitely was not expecting this art style. Well, I mean, I should have on the title screen, but yeah. I still kind of like it. Melissa stood panting and admiring her creation, wiping off any blood from her hands onto her apron. It was a little crude, yes, but it worked better than she expected. Aside, the father stared into the sky while the daughter couldn't look away from the driveway mess. Her head hurt from crying her heart out. Oh, poor thing. I probably would cry too. It's going to rain soon. It will wash everything away, as if nothing happened. Are we really not going to do anything? Well, I'll think of something. Daddy is tougher than you. Daddy is tougher than you think. For now, humor your mother by going along. I'll be hosing down the driveway. I'm scared. I hate this. Father reassuringly patted her on the shoulder. He was a man of few words. The father did love his wife, but most importantly, he loved his image. He didn't want his family to be branded as miscreants. They had just committed vehicle manslaughter. There had to be a way of disposing of the body. Dinner's ready, you two. Please come inside. That's kind of fucked. So what does the carpet look like? It's been painted in blood. Same with the couch. Two were greeted by the son, who was sitting in Grandpa's old wheelchair. The most bizarre sight, however, was a pumpkin in place of a human head, face carved into a welcoming grin. One could still see the remnants of the original crossed head within the holes. Ew. See, the head looks just like him. He said he likes this chair, but wishes it wasn't so squeaky. Dear, could you do me a favor and purchase some oil tomorrow? Of course. Well, everyone, don't just stand there catching flies. Let us wash our hands and begin the dinner prayer so we can eat. There was a little talk at the table. What was there to say anyway? Despite the gloomy atmosphere, the mother was unusually lively. Here comes the aeroplane. She was spoon-feeding him. Daughter grimaced at her, shoving mashed potatoes into the son's mouth. Bill looked at the father for guidance, but he did not return her gaze. Daughter focused her attention back to the food on her plate. It smelled good, but the meat resembled an awful lot like her brother's. She dry-heaved. After solidly washing the dishes with her mother, daughter headed straight to bed. She had no energy left in her. Ow, my ears. God, that's definitely a squeaky wheelchair. It's weird leaving your brother at the table, you know. He's going to sleep with me? Of course, why wouldn't he? You two have always shared the bedroom. Yeah, why is it so hard to move? He was all locked up. I swear he was much more relaxed this afternoon. Yeah, apparently that happens when not long after death, so... Using all her strength, the grumbling mother laid the son in his bed. She first tucked in the son, then the daughter, making sure to kiss each of their foreheads. Sweet dreams, you two. Good night, Mum. Yeah, I have a feeling that she's not going to be having any sweet dreams. With the flick of the switch, the room fell into darkness. Even with the daughter's back turned, she knew those cold eyes were boring into her. Day 1. Have a good day at work. Remember what I told you? Dear. That is final. Wake up. It's time for school. Brother was still laying in bed, so it wasn't a nightmare after all. As per usual, the mother tied the daughter's blue hair favourite colour. Brother needs to stay at home for a while, so he can recover from his injuries. Listen, if you do, don't tell anyone what happened yesterday. It'll be our family's little secret. Do you understand? Okay. I'm glad you're so well behaved. Mummy and Daddy were trying their best despite our predicament. The girl shuffled off towards the school bus, completely bewildered at the mother's nonchalant attitude. After waving the daughter goodbye, the older woman returned to the house. Only the mother and the son remained. Thankfully, his body had loosened up again, so it was easier to carry him out of bed and into the wheelchair. Don't get so full of yourself. You still have to study at home. Oh, don't give me a little look either. You know puppy dog eyes are my weakness. Today was typically the day she spent cleaning the entire house. Despite her being a stay-at-home mother, it was a full-time job taking care of the estate, not to mention her family. She pulled out a vacuum cleaner. Several hours of busy work would be good to take her mind off yesterday's events. Are you thirsty? Would you like me to bring you a drink? Oh no? That's fine. If you need anything, just call for me, and I'll be there in a jiffy. It was a lovely day today, and the sun could use some fresh air. Mother pushed them out to the veranda behind the house. It faced the family's pumpkin patch, so no noisy neighbours could see him. Humming, the mother entered a comfortable cleaning rhythm, letting all her worries slip away. The sky suddenly opened up. Mother was glad for the sun and rain. The pumpkin patch desperately needed it. Wait, her son was still outside. Mother dragged him inside and threw several towels on him. She pressed against him, drying him as fast as she could. What a fool she was, taking him outside. Really was a bad idea. Suppose that's how she would slip up like that again. Or wouldn't slip up like that again. Oh dear, your clothes are soaking wet. I can't have you catching a cold. I'm going to have you to change them, if that is alright with you. Dinner was silent. Or dinner was again silent. Usually the daughter was the chattiest, bragging forever about what she had learned in school or in her books that day. Now she was poking a stew. Takes more muscles to frown than it does to smile. Daughter refused to respond, huffing in annoyance. Mother turned her attention to her husband. Sam and I had a great time together. He was very quiet, but didn't complete his required reading. Consider that a great progress. I'm heading to the bar. Dear, but we haven't finished yet. I'll be back soon. Goodness, what has gone into everybody? Yeah, she isn't dealing with death too well. After dinner and as cleanup ended, mother and daughter went their separate ways. Mother fell fast asleep, but in the daughter's bedroom, the girl was looking for any sign of life in her brother. Pale skin, dried blood around the neck, and a burgundy discoloration in the arms and hands. It just wasn't human. She reached out for his arm. Touching her brother was a familiar occurrence. Play fighting, sharing food, she interacted with him as any sibling would. Even if the two had spent hours in snow, she had never touched a person so cold before. Daughter shrunk back. She lacked the heart to continue calling him her brother. The figure tucked gently into bed wasn't it. Without a word, she pulled the covers over the body. Day 2. It's school time. Please get dressed. When her daughter awoke, she found the body back to leering at her. The blanket must have slipped off during the night, covering the head once more. A fly landed on the pumpkin. Ew. Hello? Who is this? Yes, I am the mother. Yes, ma'am. I assure you everything is fine with my son. He's been feeling a little under the weather lately. Thank you. Goodbye. Teacher on the phone sounded incredibly displeased. Timeliness and attendance was always been one of the family's virtues, so the mother was quite embarrassed. In addition, the mother felt guilty for not informing the teacher about her son's absence ahead of time, but her husband kept instructing her not to speak about her son's accident. Father did not return that night. To help alleviate the awkwardness, the mother attempted some small talk. So, how was your day today? Learn anything fun? Kind of. Was dinner to your liking? You two eat your vegetables to grow big and strong. I guess. Mother was telling me a funny story today about how you both accidentally broke a vase by playing tag. You were so horrified, ran out of the house and climbed a tree to hide. Tried to save you by climbing the tree, but ended up getting stuck there too. You must have been out there for an hour by the time your father and I came home from the grocery store. I swear, you kids are always up to mischief whenever your parents are out of the house. Mother chuckled and spoon-fed some more broccoli to the son. House was starting to smell. It was musty, like meat starting to spoil. Zoe knew exactly what was causing that odor. It made her stomach churn. After dinner, we can put on the radio. Lone Ranger might be on. You like cowboys, don't you? No, not really. I'm heading to bed. Fine then. The president and I will join the program without you, Miss Grumpy Pants. And it's on to day 3. Mother's first task of the day was, after sending her daughter and her husband off to attend to her son. She hadn't noticed it before, but certain areas of the child's skin was discolored. It had the same green and blue hues of a bruise, but the eerie marbling pattern was nothing like she had seen before. At least it was faint. Were you playing with markers? Well, asked when she washed the spot, but it refused to scrub off. She retrieved her makeup kit and curled out the blemishes. Tomorrow she will look for a stronger cleaner for his skin. Sweetheart, could you pass the salt to your brother? Looks like he can need some. Dora hesitated, but he is... Okay. Apparently, I appreciate you being so well behaved since your brother's injury. Makes Mommy's job a little easier. Don't worry, he'll be back running around with you in no time. Again, the father did not return for dinner. The daughter was beginning to think that he had run away for good. She did not blame him, but why couldn't he take her away with him? As the women were cleaning up, the door flung open. It was Father. Gil's nose crickled at the heavy liquor smell coming from him. Home, him to bed. No dinner needed. Took you long enough. I'm not happy. My son needs you right now. I don't want to hear your nagging, woman. Dora pushed her to her room before she came caught in the crossfire. She could already hear the screaming in the parents' bedroom, knowing her mother as it could take hours. The pumpkins are not looking too good. After several days before, the siblings found themselves staring at each other in bed. It was becoming tough to look at him. The fondness of his scent made her eyes burn. Like moldy salami, she failed to suppress a tremble as she noticed the white fuzz growing in the vegetable's eye. Oh, so that's what that is. She felt nothing but sympathy for the corpse. He deserved a proper burial like Grandpa. Not kept around in this desecrated state. Brother, are you in heaven? Are you in peace right now? And day 5. The entire family was keeping to themselves in the living room. Father was reading a newspaper. The daughter was playing with it. Jax started sitting silently in the corner. The mother frantically running around, spraying as much bug spray as she could. These flies are everywhere. I'm so sick of their buzzing. Worried that all the noise is bothering our son. He needs as much sleep as possible to recover. Dear, do you think something went bad in the pantry? Will you help me move some boxes I can clean out today? Dear, are you listening? Father threw his newspaper on the floor. I tried to play pretend. I'm taking this too far. What do you mean? Then I'm disposing of his body properly. I'm digging his grave and you will not stop me. Without hesitation, he left the room and returned with a shovel. He grabbed the wheelchair. Mother also lashed onto it, pulling it to her side with all her might. Left and right, the bloated body was jostled between the parents, almost ready to topple over out of the seat. No, leave him alone. I can't keep him like this. Yes, I can. He's our son. Stop scaring him. For heaven's sake, his grain smells like sewage. Does that sound normal to you? Why should always listen to husband? Don't be foolish. Once he's buried in the pumpkin patch, we shall never speak of this again. A couple inches to the right, and the china glass would have blundered him. Don't you dare take him away from me. The outburst was clearly uncharacteristic to the father and daughter. It shook them, or what had possessed the mother. Please, we can get you some help. Being hysterical. Father opened a nearby drawer and grabbed a large knife. She was a good cook, knew her cutlery well. The woman looked terrified, shakingly holding the knife, but wholly preferred to strike in defense. I would die before letting my children get in harm's way. A danger to us. I'll do it. I'm not afraid to do it. Father dropped the shovel, backing away slowly until he had trucked against the wall. Fortunately for him, the mother closed the distance between the two. I mean, you could have used this shovel as, like, a weapon. It's a lot longer than a knife. You could just went to... You could just... like, hit her on the head and went, donk. Then she would be knocked out. That's right, you're the one who ran him over in the first place. Don't you dare lay another finger on his head, murderer. We'll be following your every order, but look where that's going us. For the sake of our children, I think that it's time you start listening to me. We're going to continue taking care of our son, because he had a nasty accident and needs our help. Do you understand? Wife raised the knife at his face. I said, do you understand? Yes, I understand. Don't hurt me. Good. Now we're going to have ourselves a nice little dinner. Any objections? Women stayed silent. Mother's demeanour became gentler, but she continued to grip that knife as if her life depended on it. I'm glad. Sweetheart, please follow Mummy and help her out. We're returning your brother to the bedroom. I think things are a little too loud for him around here. We two have been so inconsiderate. On to day 7. Great. Happy birthday! Unwrap it already. Wow, a bike. Thank you. Sure thing, Spot. How about we break it in after the party? Okay, I know the son isn't alive. Who's pretending to be the son? I have a feeling it's probably the mother, because, yeah, she's not in a good mental state at the moment. Yes, please. This is the best day ever. Can I ride it too? No, wait, you still need training wheels. Mom, he's being mean. Don't get too ready. You still have to unwrap the last of your presents. Who else wants another slice of cake? Me? Maybe that was a flashback? Okay, I have a feeling that was probably a flashback. Are you mad at Mummy and Daddy for hurting you? Ah, thank goodness. I feel so relieved. always tell your daddy to be more careful when he's driving, but he never listens. Mother picked out another maggot and tossed it into a bin. It was starting to overflow, but at least she was making progress moving the squirming creatures. I know, that feels much better, doesn't it? She was a patient woman. His healing process shouldn't take much longer. Day 10. Oh great, I hear more flies. I was a little late today, waking you up. Please get dressed as soon as possible. Bottle after bottle, the mother used her aerosol freshener to help air out the room. Thwack. With another hand, she squashed a scuttling beetle. Now she was certain that something had went bad in the pantry, for there was to be such a large bug infestation. As much as she wasn't looking forward to it, she may have to clean out the entire pantry. She smacked a fly that was resting on top of his sunset. For a moment I thought she was hitting him because it was his fault for, like, the rotting pantry or whatever. Oh my, I'm sorry for using the fly swatter on you. Did that hurt? Well, I don't think he's feeling much pain anymore. While the mother was hard at work cleaning... Oops. Okay, there we go. Thank God we can go back. Okay, while the mother was hard at work cleaning the house, the daughter nowadays avoided going inside as much as possible. Every day when she came home, her brother's body would be happily greeting her. She just couldn't handle the rotting sights and smells anymore. The smell of his exudation was overpowering. Green and brown juices dropping from his head, and soaking his clothes. It wasn't rotting meat or spoiled milk anymore. It was death. No kids wanted to be near her either. In the corner of her eye, she could see them gag and hold their noses, as if she was the deceased one herself. Hanging around a dead body that close for such a long time would make a stink, so... Especially seeing as he's been left in the same room as she sleeps, so... Are you sure you don't want to stay with me a little longer? I can't. I had to get back home to my wife. But you're looking so stressed recently. Is everything okay at home? Not really. Father let out a deep sigh. Not particularly. Oh dear. Oh dear indeed. I haven't been treated the best recently. My wife has been so demanding, screaming at me for little things. She's strutting around like everyone wears pants around the house now. I can't get any peace and quiet in my own home. I need to show her who's boss. You can't keep pushing me around like this. I'm a man, for goodness sakes. Wish you luck. You can always keep crawling back to me to lick your wounds. He's having an affair. Where you been? It's rather late. Work. Our son was asking about you today because you've had to show up for supper. Again. You're worrying him sick. Every single day you talk about that blasted son. I don't know how you do your job and make money. I take care of the house and the kids. Why is it so hard for you to understand? Yet you call me foolish. He was humiliated from how quickly she shut him down. At least you couldn't dictate his actions outside the home. He berated himself for his cowardice. On to day 14. So we're 2 weeks in. Don't worry. Darling, I'm sorry that dinner was a little rushed. Taking care of your brother was consuming most of my day today. It was worse than rushed, while she threw random ingredients, inedible or not, into a pot. This past week, it seemed that most of her meals were ending in a similar fate. Donna poked a semi-charred apple with a fork. There's a maggot living in her food. Oh my, what have I told you about not washing your hands before you eat? You need to wash them more frequently. Are you playing outside? Stop it already. How can you two continue pretending everything is normal? Yeah, tell her that everything is normal. Father looked like he was in a trance, rhythmically chewing his food without a care in the world. Listen to your mother more. She is correct. I also noticed that he's getting more of like a mosque now. It's not true. Why do you insist on talking back? A child, you don't understand anything. Treat your parents with some respect. Ellen began to spoon feed the body again. The spoon's contents was hardly containing maggots. Milk white maggot slit from the softening pumpkin's head, landed into the spoon, oblivious to the mother. Yummy, isn't it? Oh God, she was going to retch. I'm going to my room. As you should. You're supper for the rest of the night. Probably good, because you'll probably die too. Donna was forced to cart the body back into their bedroom, making sure to avoid touching his slimy body as little as possible. His abdomen distended beyond belief, was straining to rip through his clothes. Gorging insects were taking delight in how he was a balloon ready to pop. Who knew what putrid horrors was trapped inside him? The girl fell onto her knees, weeping. Molly kept saying everything was fine, but of course it wasn't. What wouldn't she give to return to normalcy? Whatever did she do to deserve this torture? If only she and her brother hadn't been roughhousing when the car came. When she looked up, the body was now facing away from her, giving her some semblance of privacy during her grief. Or was he always facing that way? She couldn't remember. Thank you. Of course there would be no respect, yet she still felt the urge to say something. I miss you, brother. I miss you so much. And a few more days pass. School, now. Oh, the pumpkin's starting to not look so great. Another day, another garbage bag full of empty bug sprays. Mother dabbed away any leakage away from the son's body, alongside some flaky whatever that is. It was too much of a mess moving him in and out of the wheelchair anymore. Not to mention ruining her upholstery, so she might as well clean him up while he sat. You need to take care of yourself more. Last time I had a sponge bath was when you were a wee baby. Not to say you're still Mummy's little baby. She was frustrated with how many rags it took to maintain her son's cleanliness. He was slowly making his way through her favourite dish rags. Pelican pattern one she was using was soaked with murky browns and greens. Poor Pumpkin seemed to be covered in greasy black substance. It wasn't his job to clean the stovetop. Nala delved harder against his arm, accidentally scraping off a small section of skin. She groaned when more fluid oozed from the spot. Ew. His sister has been refusing to help with laundry. Can you believe it? I wish he was as well behaved as you. No one else wants to spend time with your dear old mum. Yeah, gee, I wonder why. That's why you've always been Mummy's favourite. Give me a second, I'll be right back. Hello? Yes, this is the mother. What, my daughter said that? But that, I think a raccoon died in the wall. I'm going to have to get it looked at. Yeah, she's just overacting. Children have such vivid imaginations. Hopefully the police can come and take care of this soon. I mean, sometimes the police can't be... Well, sometimes the police aren't that helpful, but yeah. Fist clenched. That girl. Because the school bus had long since left, Mother had to drive to school to pick her up. I drove back in silence, with the daughter awkwardly fidgeting. Mother looked like she was about to blow a gasket. Okay, explain yourself. Your teacher said that you were insistent on not returning home because there was a corpse in the house. Do you know how embarrassed I was? But it's true. That thing insects crawling all over him and the house. Don't know how much more I can take. I feel so sick. Mother glanced at the body. What's that, darling? He's been quite rude. Yes, I agree with you. He's dead. He will never respond. When will you do something about it? It's awful living here. What a horrible thing to say about your brother. I thought I raised you better than that. I think it's gone downhill since he died. You don't do my hair bow anymore. Food is rotten. Daddy barely ever comes home. I can't stand all the smell. I know you still agree with me, but when will you get it through your thick head? Mother's eyes widened at the rending of her hand, and to weeping daughter on the floor. The woman had spanked both her children for misbehaving before, but she had never stricken their faces. You hit me. Sweetie, I didn't mean it. I don't know what came a hold of me. Now I'm so stressed with taking care of your brother. I don't know who you are anymore, but you're not my mom. I hate you. Darling. No, you can't hide this anymore. I'm telling the police about you and my brother. She sprinted to the phone, but the mother grabbed her by the hair. Pain seared through the girl's body. You insolent child. After everything I've done for you... It hurts, Mum. It hurts. You're going to rip my scalp off. A prepubescent girl has no physical power over a fully grown woman. Daughter was dragged across the wood floor, using all of her strength to attempt to release herself. When the mother reached the children's bedroom, she threw the girl inside. The door locked. Let me out. I'm begging you. Mummy's so tired. Poor wretched girl banged and banged again on the door, to no avail. The mother wasn't even listening to her. I'm sure you're tired of the arguing as well. They disagreed for a while, but eventually learned that Mummy always knows best. All you have to do is wait a little longer, until your brother heals up. You believe Mummy, don't you? I need to tell your father about this. He will not be pleased. No, I'm sorry. If you were truly sorry, you would have been a better sister. You can be that now. At night, the daughter had a nightmare. Surprised she hasn't had one sooner, especially with all the shit that's been going on. Agnes covered every square inch of her body, twisting and writhing to find any way to burrow deeper inside. She would have screamed if her mouth wasn't equally stuffed with maggots. White worms slithered across the remains of her tongue, bashing against the walls of her pumpkin head, trying to escape. He could feel their tiny mouths eating away bite by bite. Hello there, my sweet baby boy. I was just checking up on you. Did I disturb you sleep? No, she wasn't her brother. Leave her alone. You haven't fallen asleep yet. Are you having trouble? I can read you a bedtime story if you would like. Which one do you want to hear? If I remember correctly, The Ugly Duckling was your favourite. She sat down next to the daughter, unaware of the slimy, squirming creatures crawling their way onto the hem of her dress. Buzzing blowflies danced above the two, and she began to read. The air was suffocating. Good night. May you have sweet dreams. She kissed the pumpkin. Dark slime clung to her lips from her sweet goodnight smooch. Rain fell into darkness, leaving the daughter alone, coughing and gagging into the night. Yeah, all this is kind of fucked. Yes, ma'am. My daughter is at home too. Kids' measles have gone pretty bad, but they should be returning to school any day now. Yes, of course I've been homeschooling them in the meantime. What do you think I've been doing this entire time? Yeah, about that. The babies will be back when they're ready. Not a day sooner. Can stop calling now. Mother was exhausted from the insistent phone calls. Just yesterday, the electricity company had threatened to shut down the power if the bills weren't paid, but she knew she had paid them. Son's skin looked worse today. Yeah, I just noticed that he's looking very, very grey. His skin was a soaked paper towel, tearing just as easily. Mother brought out more of her makeup kit, ready to powder all the putrefaction. Though, unlike her previous attempts, her son's skin refused to obey. Like a silk glove, the skin slipped off, landing silently onto the ground. Years of such a feat shocked her. Yeah, his body is starting to rot now, which is not good. Yeah, well, it's been, nearly a month now? Then more and more, until he was resembling some blue lizard emerging from his mold. With each opening, a drip of black stew-like goo was kept trickling down his limbs. No, don't do this. Pressed her hands against him to hamper any further sloughing. In retaliation, a geyser of thick fluid burnt from his torso, accompanied by air too foul to describe. Ew. Finally, the stone body, whatever that word is, came to rest. The child in front of her was partially deflated, sagging further into his soaked seat. This wasn't good. Why wouldn't her husband take their children to the hospital? Mother was damn near ready herself, but she knew the jostling from the trip would make things worse. And the last touch of her hands were not safe anymore. Tears welled in her eyes. What more could she do? On the contrary, the son's face was twisted into some relieved grin. The tired woman looked down. Her dress hem was dyed in an assortment of dark fluid. Touching her dress only further coated her hands in the mucus. After the mother spent the rest of the day cleaning the mess, she bathed and went to bed. Wonder how long this will take. Anytime the door was unlocked, it was to slip in food. Time was irregular, making it difficult to calculate when she should escape. She could hardly eat the food anyway. Not one meal passed without a wiggling maggot inside. Being trapped in this festering room made her entire body itch. She brushed off a hungry fly crawling on her arm. The usual body food source had been relocated to the living room for several days now, but they were more than happy to bother her. Dora remembered Job, a figure from the Bible. Despite all the suffering and adversity that he was given, he never gave up hope and was rewarded in the end. She could make it through this too. One power daughter had over her mother was retaining her wits. Police are here, but why? Molly glanced at the rooms behind her. Hide him. Make sure the police don't hear the children. Good afternoon, officers. What business do you have here? Excuse me, man. We were called here today because of a smell complaint. One of your neighbors isn't happy. Yes, sir. Everything is alright. We've been having all sorts of pest problems, and have even been doing everything we can to clean them out. Insects in the pantry, raccoons in the walls. It's all a living nightmare. I can smell it. Do you have a stinky cheese factory hidden in there? Tree awkwardly chuckled. Connor also mentioned that your son hasn't been seen in a while. Yes, it's a case of the measles, I'm afraid. He hasn't been improving as quickly as I'd hoped. I've been so worried everything seems to be piling up. My husband keeps saying he doesn't have time to help. He's always working. Mother wiped her eyes as the policemen lowered their hats to their chests. I'm sorry, madam. We won't bother you anymore. Our best wishes for your son getting better. Thank you. You were too kind. I'll be sure to tell him. God, this is so fucked. Dora's mouth was gagged with an old sock behind her. Her father was tying her arms with a rope. Man had little idea how to do it and was trying to barbarically force the limbs into a position that they shouldn't go. Mother cares about us. You know that, don't you? You can see how much she loves your brother. She'll come around, and then we can go back to being a family. Why did her father keep listening to that monster? The daughter let out a muffled wail. Finally, the man turned to stare at her. Instead of a calculator, he looked pained from heartbreak. He placed what might have been a loving hand on her shoulder, but he seemed too lost to tell. Yes, that's it. She was his child, remember? Surely he realized what he was doing to her. Gloat. A trace of empathy vanished when he heard the returning high heels of Mother. What took you so long? Come with me to the entrance. Her arms were bright red from struggling against the rope. No, don't leave her. On the opposite side of the room, the son's untied body was mocking her. The last section of hand, ligament, and muscle dribbled onto the wheelchair seat. Eventually, the police drove away. Parents did not return to unbind her. Was it because they forgot, or did they know she would attempt to escape again? Poor girl. She definitely did not deserve this. Both the father and mother were staring at the black limb on the floor. It's soft and delicate, like wet tissue. Also just miss it. You see one of his arms missing now in the portrait? I think it is. Likewise, the child was rapidly falling apart. His mushy pumpkin head barely attaching to the neck. I thought after receiving his new head he would be recovering, but every day it gets worse and worse. What's wrong? What should we do? That's it. What if we replace the body too? His body wasn't compatible with the head, so we should find a new body that is. David's son. They're the same age. Bring the child here tonight and don't keep me waiting. Our son needs his body more than that brat does. This is getting even more fucked. Daughter was awakened by the muffled sounds of struggling and whimpering. What was going on? Child screaming in the basement answered their question. Would she be next? The daughter did the only thing she could think of. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou among women. Yeah, it's kind of creepy. Footsteps grew closer to her bedroom. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners. Your mother wants to see you. No. Oh God, they actually did it. There was an uninvited person in the basement, and he was dead. He was fresh. The pumpkin on his head was now even fresher. Parents really did kill someone. The corner of her brother's body was carelessly cast aside. And she's also covered in blood. Look, darling, look, your brother is all better now. Aren't you happy? We don't have to worry anymore. Mother stepped towards the daughter, completely drenched in blood. The daughter wanted to vomit, but the father held her still, unable to run away from her maniacal... whatever that word is. I'm so glad you agree. Things will finally go back to normal. Don't forget, you have school tomorrow, so you can take your brother with you. Oh God. She was prancing around the wheelchair, beyond proud of her newest work. Dora knew that within a month the body would finish rotting, and all the torment would begin anew. While the mother spoke, the new corpse was already turning pale. I was so busy preparing for tonight that I completely forgot about dinner. Maybe the middle of the night, but how about we have ourselves a celebratory meal? Food for our whole family. The police? And this soon? You're absolutely good for nothing, husband. I should have done it myself. Father simply bowed his head. You've always been so fish, and thanks to you, you've now ruined it all. Do not let them down here, or they'll take our son away from us. Parents were distracted. Now was her chance. As hard as she could, the daughter bit down on her father's hand, drawing deep blood. Jumped back as the girl burst from his arm and beelined up the stairs. Better rethink that now. Mother had a butcher knife around the other child's neck. If you leave us, I'll kill him. You wouldn't want to be responsible for your brother's death again, would she? That would make Mummy very sad. Not afraid to do it. Don't take another step. For a split second, the daughter almost pitied her mother. Throughout the entire month, Mother kept denying and making excuses, completely delusional that nothing was wrong with her other child. Even now, she was treating this decapitated corpse like a hostage with value. Huh? What's that, darling? You want me to kill her instead? That does make sense. I always loved you more anyway. The older woman faced the daughter, her knife already poised for attack. She wasn't kidding. Sweetheart, listen to your mother. Come down these stairs right now. I've already caused her enough trouble. Daughter was so close to escaping, but her legs refused to move. Gloria. Her heart was ready to burst out of her chest. She would know that voice anywhere. But Bertha. In the corner of the room, a figure turned his pitiful head to face her. But how? He's supposed to be dead. I'm sorry. Sorry everything turned out this way. It wasn't your fault. Gloria, you need to run. Now. With those last few words, his body collapsed back to the floor, bursting into a blackened sludge. Now he was truly gone. That closure was just enough, was just what she needed. With no more time to spare, the daughter grit her teeth and sprinted up the rest of the stairs. Out of the house, she barreled in and into her policeman's arms. Mother howling was already far in the distance. Hey, be careful, that's a child. Are you hurt? What is your name? It had been so long since the last time she had touched a warm human being. Her resilience was finally rewarded. Don't worry, young lady. We'll take care of this. You're safe now. Cover the seeds with dirt. Sprinkle some water every so often, and they'll be right for picking in October. Wow, that's so cool. What's the biggest pumpkin you've ever grown? Hard to say. Maybe the size of our own car? No way, Daddy. You're such a liar. Father chuckled. But I have won a blue ribbon at the state fair before. You should have seen the look on your mother's face. And fun out there? Yeah, Daddy's showing us how to grow crops. Dinner's on the table. You three hurry in, or it'll get cold. Last one is the rotten egg. Well, somebody became rotten, alright. Wait up. You had a head start. Daddy, why are you running too? Legs are longer. It's not fair. Mother put up a valiant struggle in staying with her deceased victims, but she eventually dragged away, kicking and screaming. Ultimately, she was institutionalized. Father was charged with kidnapping and shortly afterwards committed suicide in prison. No one would mourn his death. With no family left to claim guardianship over the daughter, she was simply shipped to the nearest orphanage. For the longest time, this tragedy became the talk of town. Who could have known that the quiet but kind-hearted family were host to monsters? It was rather lonesome in the orphanage, no matter how many times the daughter bathed herself. Fellow children constantly remarked about her pungent smell. She couldn't tell if it was because they were mocking or if the girl could truly never wash away the scent of death from her house. Oh, you poor child. I can't begin to imagine your pain. Don't worry, we'll find you a good family to take care of you. At least the nuns were kind enough to ignore his smell. She was able to make friends with one of the older nurses, who was well known throughout the place for her baking skills. I baked a nice pumpkin pie today. Would you like a piece? Yeah, don't you think you should be offering her that? Shoo, you silly fly. Pie's not for you. Yeah, that's not a good sign. Sorry, there's such a nuisance. Flies have been usually bored recently. I don't know why. If you'd like, I can cut another slice of pie for you. Toss it, please. I'm not hungry. Are you sure? I beg you, I can't bear to look at it anymore. As you wish, my dear. The flies are still around, though. And that is it. That's pumpkin pie. Holy fuck, that was dark. A lot more darker than I thought it'd be. Okay, so there's a timeline of everything that happened. Oh, lovely. There's a photo of all the different phases he went to. Great. Oh, and they even left some notes here about stages of decomposition and other stuff that happened throughout after death. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, that's good to know that I actually did their research on like what happens when somebody dies. There's also afterwards. Okay, so this is basically a note from the developers. Just quickly skim through this because there's a lot to read. But yeah, it's basically a note from the developers about like pretty much why they made the game and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, you can pause to read it at what. Yeah, you can pause to read if you want. Oh, okay, so there's a glossary of all the words as well. You can also pause to read these. This would have been handy to have known while we were reading through that, but it's good that they actually put that in there. Yeah, they actually put a lot of work into this game. Like researching about what goes into like decomposition and stuff, and like all that sort of stuff. Pretty cool. But yeah, that was still a neat little story. I don't like the flies hanging around still. But yeah, it's definitely niche and not something people kind of delve into a lot. But I know this sort of thing has sort of become a little bit more popular now that the mortuary assistant came out. So hopefully we'll see more horror games surrounding this. But yeah, with that, if you want to go through this yourself and witness the horrors again of this visual novel, link will be in the description below. And yeah, we'll be moving on to the next game.